Then you have to pass this tail through that one and also shank through that one up to the head. Then by using the yes, by using the hammer, okay, apply the pressure force on tail side. Apply the pressure force on the tail side. Then whatever that punch, we call that one as a punch, shaping punch. One side will hold by using punch only. That shape is exactly resembles the head. Similar, whatever the square like similar like punch is used. And another side also we are going to use one more punch, and that is having the curve similar to that of the head, curve like counter, and you are going to apply the load this side. Then obviously that whatever the material is there, this will assumes this portion, curved portion. So both side, the diameter of the tail side will be increases as the length reduces. So cross-sectional area becomes like this, up to this. Obviously the whole size is d plus 1, but this cross-sectional is more now. So the both the plates will hold together tightly. So this is the concept regarding the riveting. Which type of riveting, whatever the riveting is there, which type of fitting it is? Is it a easily removable? No, it's not easily removable type. If you want to remove the both the plates, whatever you are going to hold between these two, yeah, these two ends. If you want to remove the plates from that, then either this end or this end you need to break by using the chisel and hammer. You need to cut the any one side ahead. Then you need to remove the plates. So we call this one as a fastening. We call without distraction. Once you cut this one over, its life over. Means this rivet life over. Means you need to break it and remove the components. Break it and remove the components. So we call this one as a permanent type fastening. Permanent type fastening. What are the temporary fastening? Temporary fastening is nothing but imagine two plates are there. Okay, you chamber, water chamber, you can take water chamber. Or your cycle or two-wheeler or four-wheeler nut and bolts. What are the nut and bolts? See, nut and bolts you can release the nut, remove the bolt, disassemble the components. Then once again you can assemble the component by tightening the nut and bolt, same nut and bolt. Means of same nut and bolt, same components can be released and joined any number of times without any restriction. Without any restriction. We call them as the temporary joints. Temporary joints or partners. While rivets, welded joints, and that of the welded even soldering joints are what? Those are the permanent joints, permanent fastenings or permanent joints. If you want to if you want to separate the two components which are welded already, then you need to use a chisel and cut the welding, or you need to heat the welding with the help of the rivet welding rod only with kept keeping very high voltage and taking the near to the welded portion that rod, then heat will increases automatically, the joint will releases. Means what, we are going to break the joint and separate the components. Break the joint and separate the components. This is one method. Oh, so we call riveting welding, and another one that is nothing but soldering are the permanent joints, and nut and bolts, okay, screws are the temporary joints. We can remove and once you can connect in a number of time called temporary joint or parts. So this is about the background. Now, see the process of riveting. Two plates are to be held together. We need to join both the plates with the help of rivet. First, we have to drill one hole on both the plates, and both the plates have to be held. Yes, both the plates have to be held axially with the center coincident. Then lower backup bar or die is to be placed. Original head is there and rivet is to pass through this one. Whatever the tail is there, you are going to place the die upper side and apply the pressure. When you are going to apply the pressure, until this die will touches this plate, it will move down. When it will move down, this material is occupying this space, whatever this gap space is there, occupy, and finally you will get the component like this. Finally we'll get the component like this. So this is a process of riveting. This is a process of what? Riveting. You can ask me, sir, where the riveting can be found actually. Just see a good example will be the buses, truck, bus. Yes, in that whatever the body is to be prepared, bus or truck body is to be prepared, there you can see the rivets, and even uh, that bottom of that bus will be prepared. They will aluminum strips are to be attached with the help of the rivets only. Even body is to be prepared with the help of the maximum rivets only. You can ask me one question, sir, why we are going to prefer rivets instead of the nut and bolts? See, there is this one drawback of the nut and bolt. What happens in the nut and bolt, if there is a vibration related to motion, then obviously the nut may get loose. Then there may be a what? Releasing of the components. So first reason, vibration. Due to that, the nut and bolt may get loose. But rivet, what happens? Nothing will happen there. As the whole rivet is a single piece, but in the nut and bolt, nut is one piece, bolt is one piece. But in this case, the whole component is, yes, whole rivet is single piece. Okay, that's the first advantage. Whole component of this one is the single piece. Okay, so we need to prefer the riveting in maximum cases. And as compared to nut and bolt, riveting is so easy. Good example I will provide you. Number plate. Attaching the number plate to your new bike, front side and back side. Actually, there is going to do the riveting only. We can say that one is a riveting. Okay, a special type of rivet is to be used, and by the application of the force, we will apply the force and drag the components, and finally we will cut so that the rivet will fix. Clocking and fulling means what? We are going to clock by applying the pressure here, and full ring we need to tight it by using this full ring. That is not that much of importance. Let it be. Rivet heads, snapper cuff head, fan head, conical head, counter countersunk head. These things already are studied in CMB, computer machine drawing. But here one thing formula you have to remember: 1.6 times of the D. It is not a half of D. Remember, it is not half of the D. It will be the D or full of the D. If it is D, yes, it is 1.6 times of the D. It is a less than half circle. So either you have to take 1.6 times of the d here and take center. Center will be away from it. So height will be 1.7 d. 0.7 d. So take 0.7 d and you need to draw the figure by using 3-point arc method. What are the types of riveted joints? What are the types of riveted joints? Generally, two types of riveted joints. One lap joint, another one butt joint. Lap joint and butt joint. Dear students, one plate overlap with the another. You can see this is one plate, and this one will be the second plate. Both the plates will overlap with each other. Both the plates will what? Overlap with each other. So first plate and second plate, both the plates will overlap with each other. In this case, what happens? When we need to join both, just to take your hands, you just keep one hand and over that another hand. Obviously, if you want to join both, you need to cut this one hole in between both the plates. Like this is unlimited, you don't know the end, you know the end here. In this end, 10-degree inclination you have to show. Means if this side 10-degree means in another opposite side 80 degrees, so total 90 degree. So with respect to vertical 10-degree, with respect to horizontal 80 degree. And from the end of point of this one, we call this one as a margin, M. And this thickness of the plate will be H. Diameter of the rivet will shank will be D. And about this one already have studied 1.6 D width, 0.7 D height. This is about the specifications of the rivet. Similar at the rivet in the below side, it's also 10-degree with vertical and horizontal 80-degree. And same module, sorry, mean, margin, everything same. It's a front view, sectional front view. You can say this one as a sectional front view. It is a sectional front view. What about the sectional front view, top view? What about the top view? See, this is your top view. This is your top view. See how many rivets are there. Actually, whatever this line is there with respect to this section, cross section, okay, only one rivet is there. So only one row is there. So we call this one as a single riveted. What? We call this one as a single riveting. In the single riveting, minimum 3 rivets you have taken. In this row, we have taken minimum 3 rivets. You can take 4, 5 left to you. So at least you have to take 3 rivets. And another thing very important, this upper plate. Upper plate will be clearly visible here with dotted lines, straight lines, thick lines. See, this one is the upper plate. You can see the upper plate like this. Upper, it is about the upper plate. So all edges can be seen clearly. But lower plate, whatever this dotted is there, you can't see that lower plate edge, inside edge. Okay, so just you have given the dotted line. Your students, you can see here, this is about the lower plate. Okay, this lower plate will be this one. But what happens below this upper plate, lower plate is there. So this is upper plate. The portion which comes under the upper plate will be shown. The lower plate, the portion of the lower plate which comes under the upper plate. See, the portion of the lower plate which comes under the which comes under the upper plate is to be shown with a dotted line. Is to be shown with dotted line. Getting it? Now, clearly, this portion is under the upper plate, so dotted. And if you go in depth, see, if you extend this one further, this line is also dotted. I'm showing this one. This line also dotted because I will show you. If you see from the top, if lower plate is extended beyond the upper plate, see, this is up to lower plate, this up to here upper plate is there. Beyond that, lower plate is there. But if you see from the upper side, you can't see this lower edge. You can't see this lower edge, but you can see this upper edge. This is this edge only when you extended from the upper plate, it will be extended. Next, see, so this whatever the lower plate is there, that front edge only you can see. Behind edge, this one you can't see that because when you see from the top, okay. But in this upper plate, what happens? See, this is upper plate. You can see from this upper side, this upper edge, upper corner as well as lower corner. So we can draw the double line here, thick line, thick continuous line. You can see like this. So this is about the upper plate and lower plate. Now you can say one question: why inside dotted lines are there? Why inside dotted lines are there? The reason is that whenever you are going to view from the top side, this portion will be appear as a circle. A circle with maximum of this diameter. This circle. So we are going to draw this circle. Okay, we are going to draw this circle. Next, under this material, there is a reduction in the cross section. What is this? This is a core diameter or rivet diameter D. So that rivet diameter D will be the dotted line. Rivet diameter D will be the dotted line. This is the concept behind this one. What? This is the concept behind this one. So, full thick line and dotted line. So I hope all of you got how to draw the thick riveted front and top views of the single rivet. ಇಷ್ಟು ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸಾಕು ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿನ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು